Alright, welcome back. This is MDG Games, MacArthur's War, covering Korean War, but with a twist here, including an escalation ladder with the potential to escalate to Asian War, Global War. This is kind of a unique process that is used both in this game and NATO 61 to simulate the broader context, and you can see in this game even escalate to what MacArthur wanted before he was sacked by Truman. He wanted to escalate to starting using atomic bombs and taking on the Chinese, which then had the potential to escalate to global war. And we do have that capability in this game. See here a strategic map. We don't actually fight here, but there are charts that address if we get into conflict in other places. And you see in this strategic map, here are some additional forces available. These Marines are slowly transferring over to Korea. Our current situation is we are in a police action. Okay, we were able to escalate. The U.S. actually escalated successfully by rolling a 2 or higher to police action, which then allowed them to bring in the Marines and not cause victory points or less victory points that they have to use, and they'd at least get 2 air power. And they'd start getting replacements too. So this is the level we're at. The North Koreans could start spending victory points to mobilize Chinese. The Communist Chinese Army, or the People's Liberation Army, PLA, to assist them, which are, right now, there's 3 armies here that if we went to limited war, they could cross the border and come and help. And there's even the potential for Soviet involvement here. So here's the situation, and this is why it's tight. It's all about victory points. And yes, the UN player has expended victory points, but right now this scope is just South Korea. And here's how tight it is. I'm going to hide the pieces. Right now, the UN is at -4. Hope I did my math right. Oh wow, 1, 2, 3, 4 points only left. Wow. So if they take all of these and nobody escalates and they get a stalemate, it's a tie. I thought we were, yeah, they're at -4. Yeah, the U.S. didn't use air points there, so I can check my calculations later, but as long as the North Koreans hold anything here, then they win. So, going to keep it here. They're not, so the U.S., so as we start, there's no interest in their part in expending points or trying to escalate, and there's no interest in their part so far. Those are the kind of considerations now that, add to instead of just a straight Korean War. So enough summation. The big role right now is the weather. And last turn the UN was ready to do an invasion with Marines, but then they got rain, which cut everybody's movement factors in half too, which slowed them down in pursuit. So now this is the big roll. We're in October, and there's a 50-50 chance they can invade this turn. If we go overcast, they only get 1 AP out of 2. If we go to rain, 1/2 of their total air points, which is 1 again. And then we can even have snow, 1/2 AP, -2 MP, and no airborne or amphibious. So big roll, big roll. So let's go ahead and roll and see what the weather is. October 1950, survey says 5. It continues to rain, no invasion, 1 AP only, 1/2 movement allowance. So this will slow things down. Continue to slow things down. So we've done the weather phase. Now there's the escalation phase. And again, like I said, the UN is in no position right now to, I don't think there's any advantage in escalating. Let's see if we can find that chart again. Yeah, if they try to escalate to limited war, which is where the real war ended and stayed, all they're doing is, well, they can pull in national Chinese. They can use atomic bombs. There's penalties for that. The North Koreans can, but then the North Koreans get all these victory points now that come in scope, which will put them in the lead again. And if they escalated now, then these units could be coming down via rail movement and really strengthen this line here, making it tougher. So at this point, the UN is going to stay, not going to escalate. Air phase, UN player. Now we only get one, so we'll move this guy off. That's all they get. 7th Fleet is here too. All right, they're not going to do interdiction because really there's, well, nothing to interdict. Now the North Koreans will get replacements, probably build back their army, which is not promising either. So they need to get some solid attacks here this turn. So that's the air phase, and they're going to keep this air unit ready for assisting in combat, no interdiction. And then we've got the strategic movement phase. Can't do airborne or amphibious. I do move the 7th Fleet though. So let's look at the strategic map. This guy will move to the Pacific. Next turn he'll be available. So that's basically all I can do here. Moves units on the strategic display, and then to and from it. Sea movement, conducts airborne amphibious, can't do that during rain. No off-board conflicts, we haven't escalated that far. So now it's the UN movement phase. And they've pretty much got two goals here. They need to reduce this pocket, get it out of the way. And they need to start striking here and taking some of these. Let's hide the pieces here. Yeah, Seoul is pretty strong here. Ideally, maybe they want to come up here and get behind it if possible. Although next turn, they're going to get reinforcements and they'll probably put them here. So this is going to be a tough nut to crack. Hopefully, was hoping to come into Inchon with the Marines and the 7th Fleet and air power, but that's not possible in the rain. So, yeah, this is the goal. Got to take these. So let's bring them back here, and we're going to analyze this and see what they're going to do. And I did miss something here. Should have used the replacement points here. Looking at this, the U.S. get a replacement point, and the Republic of Korea gets a replacement point. They would have gotten 2 if they held Seoul, but each side gets 1 replacement point. The U.S. will then use theirs here. And all the Korean units are at full strength, so they will bring in, let's see, yeah, going to bring this one in at strength, and they appear on cities here. So that's the replacement points there. And with that done, we're going to move on to, so we did the reinforcement, we did strategic movement. So we are now in the UN phase to actually do movement and then combat. Oh, we got to place the 7th Fleet, so we got to figure out where we want to place that to support. All right, we're going to do this on the fly now. That's for the 7th Fleet. Can be used in defense, but I don't expect the North Koreans to attack. I could put it up here, and then I could support an attack on this unit if I wanted. Not really many choices. No, maybe I'll just put it up here. So that finishes that. We did the 7th Fleet, so we are truly into movement. And we do see this is going to make the difference here on the victory points. I forgot I hadn't moved anybody into there, but I don't know if I really want to this turn. I've got some other things I want to do. These guys can surround him. I actually want to attack this guy. Start working up this way. And the way I can do that is this unit can go 1, 2, 3, 4. and that's half its movement. I'll use these units to finish off these guys. Well, let's see. Maybe I can pull this off. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. So let's do this. Well, let me think about this. 1, 2, 3. Okay, he could get control of that. Let me hide the pieces here. Yeah, it's got to land right. So 1, 2, 3. And then that takes the VPs down 1. Because they have this, and there's still 1, 2, 3, 4 left. So yes, that does give them a 1 VP victory. It's going to force the communist player to escalate before all these units are eliminated. So I got 20, but I want to get 8 times 4 is 32. So 1, 2, 3, 4, which is overkill. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He can't. Well, there's a problem here. Well, this guy can't move directly from zone of control to zone of control. So if there's an exchange, the problem is that they, and I can use the air power unit. I'm going to take that move back. Take that off. Yeah, I could use it. 10 and 10 is 20. That's 5 to 1. I still need more. But I can't get a Republic of Korea unit there. Because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've got to get to an 8 to 1. So I do need the Marine. Unfortunately. Okay, that's done. So what I can also do is, this unit is at 2 and 2 is 4, but on rough gets a shift. Gets a shift. So this guy can do this. He's not attacking across a river. That's important here. Just need one unit attacking across a river. That guy. So if I want good firepower, 1, 2, 3, he can come back here. And now we're at 15. And let's see. Now, I can use a road as long as I don't start in the zone of control. So that's 5 times 10 is 20 to, let's say, 5. I got to check if it's a round up. So that's only 4 to 1. That's not good odds. So I want to get over here where I'm not attacking across a river, but that's not going to happen. So we got 4 to 1. Probably going to have to use the air power now. So let's see. He's not zone of control. He could move up here, but if he moves here, that adds, well, this is going to be half, so I got to move him here to get those odds. Nobody can get around here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope. Nobody can get there. Kind of a tough situation here. And I got a pair of 2 8s. So we got 15, and then these two combined their halves, so that's 20. It's at least 4 to 1, maybe 5 to 1. Let's go ahead and seal them off here. Now this guy could say he's on a road, so then he can just move 1, 2, 3, 4. He's not starting in Zoc, so they can do the road movement. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's fine. And this guy will move 1, 2, 3. Okay. So that's the end of movement. Where do I want to put the air point? Well, I got to put him here now. And there's 2 attacks. one here, and one here. I'll do this one first, and I want to make sure it does matter if you round down or round up for combat. And playing too many games to really remember which one. Here we go, it's supply. Let's look at supply effects. Supply is checked for both attack units that are out of supply at the moment of combat. Retain fractions. Okay, gonna force me to do hard math here. 5 and 4 is 9. Half of 9 is 4.5. So let's see. These are halved, but I'll say 2.5, 2.5, and 1. That's 6, 16, 21, 4.5. Well, gonna have to do a calculator for this. Let's see here. 21 divided by 4.5 equals, well, you don't round up. So it's going to be a 4 to 1. It's going to be a 5 to 1, which I think is a dead zone, unfortunately. Yep, it's a 5 to 1 combat. Let's see what they say about odds greater than 6 to 1 retreaters. I don't know so much. Comp shifts, these are effects. So I think it's going to be a 5 to 1, and if we look at the chart, that's not going to be helpful. So I don't even have to use the air power there, but I don't have to use it here either. Oh well. Let's just do it. 5 to 1, the attack is a 1. 4 to 1, I'm sorry. Well, boom, DE. And we have a winner. So these units they have reduced the pocket. Eliminated units. Eliminated. This guy moves up. And then the big attack here. Oh, I messed up. Well, it's a learning game. This guy's attacking across. Shoot. 13.8 came from here. 1, 2, 4. Okay, let's say he moved here. I think that's right. He started here. He can go 1, 2, 3, 4. So this guy's half. So we really have 23 and 5 is 28. 28 to 4 is 6 to 1. And the air power wouldn't matter anyhow. There's no 7 to 1. So it's a 6 to 1. And we're using good units. Here we go. 6 to 1 on 5. Whew, close. DR. Cheated 1 hex. Well, they're going to go here. And then we have to decide who goes here. Send in the Marines. We're not going to send both units. So, I believe that's the end of the turn, actually. Let's go back here. And going back to the sequence of play. Combat phase, all combat's done. And yeah, we agree to continue the game. Going to make the move markers go away. So we now got a clean line and the battle is here. The battle for Seoul begins. This guy's trapped. 7th Fleet can defend here. Maybe not the best position, but yeah, and like I said, there's enough points here that if it stays at limited war and the North Koreans are cleared out of here, the UN will win by 1 point, which may force the North Koreans to escalate and then bring the Chinese in. Actually, at this point, that looks like the only way they can win. So, all right, I think we're at the end here. Wow, 19 minutes. I'll try and shorten these going forward. If you're watching this and you enjoyed it, please like, please subscribe. And when we come back, we'll see what the North Koreans are going to do. They'll probably get replacements, try and reinforce here. And actually, when I looked at this map, This could be their final line. North Korea is out of scope. UN can't cross the line. So, well, Inchon is okay. They can't get to Inchon actually, but it's got to be covered for invasion. But then this is the river line, so this may be the end state here to see if they can reduce this. So, we'll see where that goes. Again, thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time for the communist phase.